soon the situation got out of control, and I tried to let him down gently.
You tried to make it short and sweet.
Look what we were both about to do. We got on the ship. Most people never even leave shore.
You mean that?
Of course I do. You and I still have a lot of adventures left in us. So many things we haven't tried. Have you ever been to Space Mountain at Disney?
Pepto-Bismol. Well, I mean, Francesca's a beautiful woman, but she makes a manicotti like you could anchor a boat with. Oh, well, as usual, Sophia is stationed at the eggnog. And she's drinking right from the bowl through a swizzle stick. When my husband, Carmine, walks in and passes right under the mistletoe.
No.
What?
No, I won't watch the kids.
But you love it when the kids come over for a visit.
That's not the point. I won't let you throw away good money. This TV thing is just a fad.
Hey, did you know this turkey comes with stuffing?
Ma, TV is not a fad. Otherwise, Swanson would have called those radio dinners.
Well, am I fat?
Dorothy, I seriously want to know, am I fat?
Well, of course not. Oh, this guy, Rex, is ruining your self-esteem. Did he say that you're fat?
Not in so many words, but I am starting to wonder whether barrel butt is really a term of endearment.
Evening, Sam.
Evening, fellow Waxahachie.
Evening, Sheriff.
Evening, Biff. What you doing here?
The usual, just drifting.
I just cannot believe you would stab me in the back.
Me? You're the...
Go, forget about it.
I can't forget. This man stole money from us. Because of him, our family went hungry.
Ma, we never went hungry.
Some nights I felt like dessert.
Sophia, I kept a secret for 40 years because I didn't want to break your heart. But now that I know it's made of...
Well, I can't do this. You're just going to have to get yourself another henny penny.
Rose, honey, there's no reason to be upset about Henny Penny. Fairy tale.
It was the Crimea River matinee at the Rialto. I'll be back. I'm going to change and I'll make us some tea.
Blanche, would you mind if I spoke to Dorothy privately?
Mind? Why, of course not. And listen, don't you worry. Your secret is safe with me.
Blanche, I'm confused. So they want to use Rose's hands. What's the big deal?
Yeah, Blanche, so what? So life threw the dumb country girl a crumb for once. I mean, you're sexy and beautiful all the time. Let's face it, you have Betty Davis eyes and Freddy Krueger hands.
Just think about it. Who would you rather live with, your sister or a goat?
Give me a minute. All right, I'll do it.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
While you're in Sicily getting your things in order, we'll be looking for a place for you to live.
Well, wait a minute. Why should she have to make 2 trips? We can send for her things.
Oh, unfair.
Well, that's because it is. There are 3 million homeless, hungry people in this country.
What bothers me is those people out there are being fed today because it's Christmas, but where do they eat tomorrow?
When the great communicator talked about his vision of a city on a hill, I wonder if it included people sleeping on gratings in the street.
Dorothy, you're home. Where's Angela?
Still out in the car. Aunt Angela, you were supposed to wait in the car. Did anyone see you?
Relax. Somebody passed by and I made like I was a lawn jockey. I think it worked. His dog...
The right man could be just around the corner.
Well, and he may not be. I may turn around a dozen corners and not find anyone.
So, instead of trying, you're just gonna give up and do this crazy baby thing.
Crazy baby thing? What I am doing, Mother, is taking control of my life and have...
One day soon, Mrs. Blanche Devereaux were to become Mrs. Blanche Devereaux. I'll alert the mailman.
All right. right, Ma. You'll get your present right now. I give up. You win. You always win.
I know, me and Mighty Mouse. All right, everybody, gather round. My daughter is about to give me my big birthday surprise.
I just want to say happy birthday to my mother, whom I love.
Potatoes without burning your fingers.
No, it can't be done.
It can be done. For only $12.95, over 500,000 Zabornis have already been sold. Call this toll-free number now. Remember, with the Zaborni, a day without potatoes is unnecessary.
I do. I got a great idea for Gil's campaign. I'm making these bird feeders with his name on them to send around. And you think that's a dumb idea? And you feel like taking this bird feeder away from me and smashing it with this hammer. Like this.
Dorothy, he died. Boy, you smell good.
Get away from me.
No. You don't understand. Something wonderful has happened. In his will, Uncle Morris left us an apartment building jointly. We're partners. Don't you see, Dorothy? We'll be together, and we'll have a place of our own.
Ma, you are a citizen.
That's right, Dorothy. As far as we know, I am a citizen of the U.S. of A. Home of presidents like Ford, Lincoln. Help me out here, Dorothy.
Bush, Ma.
Oh. And Reagan.
In a gay bar?
Blanche, this isn't a gay bar.
Clay, now, we did say we were going to be honest with each other. All right, now, I can do my part. You just watch this. You all over at the bar? I just want to say that I would be very proud to have any one of you date my brother. All right, Dorothy, now try this dressing and tell me what you think. It's called Creamy Zesty Italian, only has 1 calorie.
If you ran it under the faucet, it would have more flavor. Honey, beware of anyone who says no calories, absolutely no charge.
About it. Seeing him push those little pigs around in a baby carriage. Getting hit with a bucket of confetti anytime you want. And sitting up there in the stands, watching him sweep that spotlight into a little circle and thinking, that's my man.
Blanche, what's wrong?
Nothing.
What is it, Blanche?
Nothing.
But you've been crying, honey. Or are those tears of joy?
Joy. Joy.
Is that joy?
It doesn't look like joy. Sunday dinner. Help himself to some food. Take it into the living room. Turn on one of those radio countdown shows and belch to the music. Well, finally, my mother told me that I just had to break it off. And of course, I knew she was right. So I rehearsed my speech and I made arrangements to meet him at a coffee.
Stop seeing Ernie?
No, of course not.
Rose, how about you and Ernie seeing a sex therapist?
Well, I suppose I could talk to Ernie. Maybe we could make an appointment.
Well, sex therapy is one solution, but there are other ways.
Oh, Blanche, dessert toppings are not the answer.
Very inspirational. Now we have to stop those penny savers. Come on, let's go see if we can get your hair greased back and find you a flannel shirt.
Oh, great party, Sophia. But where's the...
Haven't slept so well in years.
But it certainly has nothing to do with this rock. Look, I like Marguerite as much as you do, but she's been here a week and she is not doing a very good job.
I think she's doing a terrific job. Why, ever since she gave me that potion, Norman's been on me like white on rice.
I'm talking about house white and close.
I see. So, what can I say? Will you do me one favor on your way out? Will you back over me with the car?
I knew you'd take it well. Look, Ma, I am going to continue seeing Stan, and there's nothing you can do to make me feel guilty about it. Where are you going?
And Perry Simon, and they said, you know, we had our affiliates convention in Miami, and Selma Diamond and one of the other actresses on one of their series, did this thing where they thought Miami Vice was Miami, not Doris Roberts.
So 90 years old, he gets naked and goes off down the street, right past these two old ladies, Carlotta and Maria. Maria turns to Carlotta and says, "What the hell was that?" And Carlotta says, "I don't know, but whatever it was, it sure needs ironing."
How would you like your rear end kicked across the street?
Oh, great. Here's the other $4.
Girls, there is a busload of Greek sailors out front. They want to know how many drachma there are in $8.
I might not.
Rose, honey, you know you were not responsible for Al's death, so why don't you just go on, have a good time, and whatever happens, happens.
I know Al had bad arteries, but still, I can't be totally sure.
Come on now, Rose, you do what makes you comfortable and don't work.
What's her hurry? Didn't you see that enormous thing in her bedroom?
I thought she'd stopped seeing Roger.
How do I look? Not bad. You got another date with Captain Marvelous?
Mr. Terrific. I can see you didn't read many comic books when you saw it on television. Peter Marshall played this microbiologist on the Love Boat, and he was conducting sinister experiments on the Landers sisters.
My apologies, Rose. For a moment there, I didn't think it had been documented.
You know, what is happening between Sophia and Angela is not unlike an...
So I came home.
Blanche called the police. I just saw a big, ugly man with a limp walk past my bedroom window. He was wearing Dorothy's coat. But then again, it was dark, and I tend to over-dramatize. What are you doing home?
She snuck out of the hospital. She's too scared to have her operation.
Blanche, what are you doing lining shelves on a Friday?
Find out it's a musical?
So, Jean and Rose aren't back yet?
No, they're probably having lunch together again.
They certainly have hit it off, haven't they?
I'm so glad. Jean's really such a lovely person.
Oh, yes, she is. Lovely.
Nose might be a nice gesture.
Oh, I never can stay mad at you, silly goose. What's going on?
Ma, baby's going home. Practical jokes. If I look through that, I'll get charcoal all around my eye.
All right, Dorothy. Fine. Why don't we just call a truce with a nice piece of peanut brittle?
Come on, Ma. The peanut brittle is an even older gag than the kaleidoscope. I'll open the can, snakes will come out. Honey, face.
It's gonna be different this time. See, I'm on this drink-it-off diet. You have 2 shakes and a sensible meal every day. You lose weight the fast, easy way.
I prefer the Italian diet. You drink a bottle of wine, make a smart remark, then get your jaw wired.
Way to make some fast money for us. And all you have to do is lie on your back.
I'd say you're about 50 years too late on that one.
I'm talking about a lawsuit. If we can show that you're severely injured, we can sue the ball club and the ballpark for a lot of money.
I'm not severely injured.
Beatlemania? You're giving up a date for Beatlemania?
Oh, Rose, the Beatles were the first and only rock and roll group that I ever really loved. When they came to Shea Stadium, I managed to get a ticket, but one of my kids came down with the flu. It was one of those times when you have to pretend that you love your kid. Ma, could you eat a little more quietly, please?
These are Fritos. You want me to swallow them whole? Hi, everybody.
Hi, Blanche.
Oh, the baby gone?
No, Rose is driving him around to get him to sleep.
Why is he still here?
Well, Ted needs some minor surgery, so they're still at the hospital. What about Virginia?
Well,
The rest of us have a lot of material to cover today if we don't want to fall behind.
You're not really gonna teach, are you?
But that is the idea.
Look, listen, lady, we're here because we know how to do our jobs. That's why they gave us a free week in Miami. I mean, usually we come to a seminar like this and you check off our names and we go play some golf. You're happy?
Family? Now, how would it look if they thought I was charging my own family rent?
Honest.
Don't you ever get a nosebleed from taking the high road all the time? Oh, this is such an upsetting day.
For both of us.
Why, what's wrong with you?
Oh, I ran into an old friend.
I know what you're thinking, that I'm only after your money. But I love you from the depths of my soul. The fact that you're a wealthy widow only makes me want to protect you, not to take advantage of you.
Whoa, Willie. You got your break.
Meet you. Lunch is all set up out on the lanai. Your father tells me you're a classical musician. What do you play?
The English horn.
I didn't know horns had nationalities. But I guess it makes sense if jumping beans can be Mexican and fire drills can be Chinese and flies can be Spanish.
That calendar's from 1984.
Oh, yeah, this is the day I escaped from Shady Pines. It says right here, I'm free. I'm free.
Mr. Gordon. Dorothy, you look wonderful.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Gordon.
Hey, no more of that, Mr.
The questions we've selected will test your general knowledge. It's not an easy exam. History tells us that only 10% of you will score high enough to be asked back.
Wow, 10%, only 1 out of 5.
All right.
Most fun.
Fun? Oh, my pulse was racing, my heart was pounding. I could barely get my breath. I think that's the most fun I've ever had standing up. No, I take it back. There was that one time on that 740.
Come on, Sophia, join us.
Yeah, Ma, you can't sit there waiting for a call forever.
Who's waiting for a call? Hello? Hello? That was him. I could hear him breathing.
And I could never have asked for a better surprise.
That's how we feel, too.
I have to go.
Dorothy, is this goodbye?
I love.
Meet eligible men at galleries. Why don't you come with me?
Can I come too, Blake?
Oh, sure. I think it's going to be a great show. It's featuring the work of Mr. Jasper de Kimmel. You ever heard of him?
I'm not sure. Has he ever done anything in velvet?
Jasper de Kimmel's art hangs in museums all over the country.
Of cake, Uncle Angelo.
No, thank you.
I'll take a slice, darling.
No problem, sweetheart.
Hurry back, dumpling.
My feet have wings, barf bag.
Dorothy, please hang in there a little while longer and...
Being right-handed, I would slash from left to right. But from the fact that the murder weapon was dropped to the left of the victim, we can deduce that the murderer is left-handed. Notice that Gloria, like most left-handed people, wears her wristwatch on her right wrist.
Oh, girls, let me tell you this wonderful idea I had. When I was a little girl, my mama told me my destiny. She said, Peacock. That was my nickname, Peacock. You are destined for great things.
Why Peacock?
Rose, is she okay?
She's having open heart surgery.
Oh, no.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, come on, darling, I'll take you.
And bring back some of those paper seat covers. Hey, you collect stamps.
Yeah. I'll go back to Brooklyn. My family is there, my grandkids. And I miss the old neighborhood.
And I'll stay here in Miami. Ever since I lost my Sal, the ladies I live with are my family. But that doesn't mean we can't get together occasionally for, you know.
Irreplaceable, you.
Dorothy, Dorothy, I just had a terrible nightmare.
Ma, what was it?
This. Break it up. Stanley, think of me as the Berlin Wall. Try to climb over me, and you'll know what Bob...
Dorothy, what are you talking about?
Come on, Acapulco, the El Presidente. You're planning something big.
Well, yeah. I met this great-looking stewardess on the flight out here, and I asked her to go to Acapulco, and she could only go if I found a sitter for her 2 kids. Hey, I'd really appreciate it.
To think. I mean, I'd give them both my kidneys. I'd cut them out myself.
Me too. I'd give them my heart.
I'd give to all my children, except Phil.
Why not Phil?
Because he never calls, he never writes. I only hear from him at Christmas when he sends me a cheddar cheese nativity scene.
Because, you know, she didn't want to gain weight. And then after lunch, she walked out of the restaurant and a gargoyle fell off the building, hit her on the head, and killed her.
Oh,
I mean, look at what her last meal was.
That is tragic.
A beautiful young woman with breasts not unlike Brigitte Nielsen, except hers moved when she skipped. She comes walking down a picturesque country road when suddenly a yellow Rolls Royce pulls up and blocks her path.
Oh, who was in the Rolls?
Shoot! Sorry.
I'm sorry, ladies. It's me. I was hoping to play a trick on you.
Silly rabbi, tricks are for kids.
Look, ladies, I know it's a lot to ask, but I just had to see you.
Forgotten what happened that time we tried that?
Oh,
Remember the outfits that we ended
Lord
up with?
have mercy.
Oh, Lord.
Well, this seems like a nice club.
But it's for women only. What's wrong with a nice co-ed gym we just saw?
Come on now, Blanche, that was nothing but a pickup scene. People running around in foot.
I haven't had a decent night's sleep in weeks. Every time I climb into bed, I feel guilty.
Take down the video equipment.
I'm
Seems authentic.
I just can't get over it.
Over what?
San Juan Hill Rose. Over the fact that her father had an affair with her mammy.
I don't know what to think. This changes everything I ever thought about Big Daddy.
Brush, it's not like you have a date tonight.
Ma.
It's not like you have a date any night or any day.
Look, Ma, when I find somebody worth going out with, I'll go out with him. Now, will you please stop nagging me?
Nagging? Is that what it's called when a mother wants a little happiness for her daughter?
Ma, I'd like to finish these glasses before Gloria gets here.
Your sister's not...
I got to hug him. You know how I always wake up before I get to hug George? This time I didn't.
Oh, Blanche, that's wonderful.
It was wonderful, Rose. When he died, I thought, oh, the worst part is I'll never get to hold him again. Tonight I did. I could actually feel him.
Gloria and Philip were both afraid that Candy would persuade the old man to change his will. And they both hoped that pinning the crime on the other would make them the sole inheritor.
Well, there you have it.
So I just got seats for Dorothy and Blanche and me.
Oh, well, honey, don't worry. You can have my ticket.
Oh, no, Dorothy, that wouldn't be fair. No, the 3 of you should go. I mean, we can meet for coffee afterwards.
Oh, great.
She's doing it again. First it was Antonio's, then it was the...
He died visiting. That's what you tell her.
Visiting.
Right.
Visiting. That's good. I just can't believe he's dead. I don't think she's home. It rang once. What do you think?
Oh, you look very pretty tonight.
Oh, not too pretty. I hope I have a date with Miles.
How is he dealing with the celibacy?
Well, he's doing fine. Although he does spend a lot of time at the batting cage.
Rose, listen, now you have a very critical date coming up.
Yes, I have. I'm a big dope. You must hate me.
Oh, honey, come on. Now, don't cry. Rose, I don't hate you. No, I'm really having fun. It's just that, you know, it took me a little while to get into the spirit of things.
Seriously?
Oh.
He's trying to steal my man, and no one ever steals a man from Blanche Devereaux.
Blanche, this is all about your ego, isn't it?
Ego? Dorothy, I have no ego. And you can ask the hundreds of men who would gladly...
No, wait, Dorothy, this is a wonderful idea. I mean, you and Blanche live together. Why don't you do the show?
Oh, I would love to.
You know, I wouldn't mind doing it. I mean, there's some very important issues I'd like to discuss.
What the hell? I'll do it too.
Oh, sorry, Sophia. There's only room for 2 more guests on the panel.
That's for my sisters.
Oh, come on, Blanche. You're overreacting. If you're really concerned, why don't you talk to him?
You're right. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay completely objective and keep an open mind. I'm sure there's some perfectly logical explanation why my daddy's lost the stuffing out of his comforter. Rose. Oh, Rose. Honey, did you finally get to sleep? Wake up, I have to talk to...
My name isn't Sophia Pahawkins.
Excuse me.
Rose, what the hell is going on?
What?
Mail call.
Oh, Rose, you're here. That's good. I am absolutely snowed under with this wetlands thing. And as usual, I know I can count on you.
I'm sorry, Dorothy.
What? But, Rose, you always help out listening to this.
You better listen to it, because we're in big trouble here. Now, what are we going to do?
Well, I think we should get Marguerite to take off the curse. Maybe we should ask her if she wants her job back.
That's a great idea. I'm going to go call her right now.
Wait a minute. Nobody is calling anybody. Now, look, this whole thing has gotten...
Months, but I finally made it to Miami. Will you listen to me just running on? Tell you what, you tell me your sad story over breakfast. Good night.
I couldn't survive out there, but I'm learning to survive here. Which reminds me, hold on to that
part. Everyone here is a star. Now, playing the part of Josie will be Phyllis Hammerall, and the part of the sheriff will be played by Ronald Bromberg. The rest of you will be non-speaking townspeople. Thank you very much.
I don't believe it, Phyllis Hammerall.
I am
Well, I still think Blanche is making a terrible mistake.
And what mistake might that be, pray? Trusting that her 2 best friends won't badmouth her behind her back?
Oh, honey, that's not it. We're a family.
First house. We'll scoff if you must, but it was warm and toasty. I'll never forget Charlie throwing me over his shoulder and dashing across the threshold. Oh, it was a beautiful place. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Then 2 bedrooms and 1 bath.
Water to barely cover my perky bosoms.
You're only gonna sit in an inch of water?
Dorothy, why don't we have a pet?
Ma, please. Rose, dinner was wonderful. It truly was.
Thanks. It was my husband's favorite. Charlie used to ask for it at least once a week.
You know, I don't believe George ever requested anything special from me. At least not in the kitchen. No, that's not entirely true. Once on our anniversary.
Oh. And then everybody would tickle each other until the whole family was throwing up together.
Oh, dear. I'm just so confused.
Oh, honey, listen. You need more time. I mean, right now, you're too upset to make the right decision. With that new toupee, I thought you were Ted Danson.
I just got it today. It hasn't had time to settle. Oh, wow. Is that Rumaki?
Stanley, what are you doing here?
I just came to see Kate.
Oh, she hasn't gotten here yet.
How did you know that she was coming?
Well, she left me a message on my machine.
St. Olaf has been using moose ever since I can remember. Of course, it's his own professional secret which part of the moose he uses. But it'll keep your hair in place in winds up to 130 miles an hour.
I just don't believe you, Rose. I do, darling, but just look at how these catch the light. Oh, I just wish I knew the right thing to do.
You know, maybe you should sit down and think about the pros and cons. Whenever I don't know what to do, I make a list.
I think making a pro and con list is a wonderful idea. Here, it'll help you know the right thing to do.
All right, let's see. Pro.
Of course, Blanche. They did it in that movie.
What movie?
Lawrence of Arabia.
This flyer that came in the mail says they're going to start a dirty dancing course down at Lawson's Dance Studio. What do you say, Dorothy?
Oh, no. I can't see myself swinging my hips and wildly...
Well, till just now, read that last paragraph.
My sentence has been overturned on a technicality. I'm getting out on the 21st. Now, finally, we can make all our dreams come true.
Isn't that terrible?
Well, he's written catchier stuff, but I wouldn't call it terrible.
With Mrs. Claxton in it.
Oh, Blanche, now you were dreaming.
I am telling you, this house is possessed by her spirit.
Morning.
Oh, Sophia, listen. Last night in the middle of the night, about 2 in the morning, did you hear some awful, terrible, ghastly sounds?
Heard him, I made him. There's a reason they put expiration dates on cottage cheese. My kingdom
Of service.
All right, but you'll have to wash these dishes.
Honey, those dishes are dirty. Okay, I'll deliver the folder. I guess there's no sacrifice too great for a cause you really believe in. Just hope that big, stupid jerk reimburses me for gas and mileage.
There goes a...
James and Thomas, so let them down easy. Frank and Eddie, flush them.
Oh, Rose, now don't be so upset. You seen the way Miles looks when you tell those St. Olaf stories?
He looks like he's listening.
There you go.
My eyes bugged out, my hair shot straight up. I did a crazy rubber dance all over the room. Well, I'm sure my heart even stopped beating for a minute. Then she ran to Daddy and told him that I had broken the star and almost electrocuted her. And he sent me to my room for all of Christmas Eve. And told me that baby Jesus was mad at me for really?
Well, we've been married for 18 years. And up until then, everything had seemed so perfect. And then one night it happened. He came home, had dinner, walked upstairs, and went to sleep. I went into the bathroom and cried my eyes out.
How did you ever pull that off?
I work in the public school system. It's not that different from this.
Blanche, I'm sorry I yelled at you. I apologize.
No, don't you worry about it. I think we're all on edge.
This has to be the biggest disappointment of my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rose, honey, would you pass me the tuffet?
Oh, with pleasure, Blanche.
kids, and you end up as the lead story on hard copy.
Do you have any idea what she's talking about, or do we have to up her medication?
I do know what she's talking about, but I can't tell you. I couldn't violate the attorney-client privilege, especially when we're talking about a sum as large as $35,000.
Beendorf. Oh, it was just a platonic thing. We just went out to the movies and dinner. But when George came home on leave, he was furious. He accused me unjustly of infidelity while he was off fighting in some foreign land, some God-forsaken land where people didn't even believe in Jesus. And he forbade me ever to see Andrew again. So, of course, I didn't.
Working with you.
Me too, and you know why? Because we're not just partners, we're friends. We're good friends.
I feel like I could say anything to you.
Well, of course you can, Sugar Plum.
Even criticize your artwork.
Well, of course. The whole point of collaborating is to get beyond our egos and come up with something we both like. What do you think?
Well, this could use a few minor changes.
So, are you two an item or what?
No. No, we decided it was best if we didn't see each other.
Are you sure, Dorothy? In your heart of hearts, are you positive you made the right decision?
Yes, Ma.
Fine, then I want you to meet someone. Dr. Tansy? This is my daughter.
And everyone at the bank went along with it.
And I wondered how the two of you got together to start a business. Let me know when Blanche comes in.
Are you two talking again?
Just long enough to give her a piece of my mind.
Do you think Dorothy's upset because she thinks Blanche is sleeping with Stan?
Could be.
Or is it because she thinks she's lying when she says she isn't?
Oh, being this close to you is the biggest thrill of my life.
If you were any closer, there wouldn't be room for my car keys.
Mr. Hope, could we impose upon you to entertain for a few minutes?
Will I entertain? I didn't put this makeup on to go bowling.
You will never see the...
Children, kids, it's up to you. I mean, if you want to save us and not have us eaten by Foxy Loxy, applaud. I mean it. I mean, clap now if you want to see the goose and the chicken and the turkey live. Come on, put your little head.
You're not telling us? Oh, all right. I twisted my arm. Girls, Laszlo's asked me to pose for one of his sculptures.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. Look here. He gave me the key to his building. Oh. I have my first session with him tomorrow morning.
Wow.
Yeah, well, he says he's always wanted to do a piece on the mature woman, and he thinks I'm just
I had to call the band and beg for my job back.
You got it? Michael, that's wonderful.
Wonderful? It's humiliating.
Oh, Michael.
Look, I gotta catch a bus. You got my laundry?
Michael, I want you to know I think what your mother did was right. You may not see it now, but you'll realize it later. You trust.
There's our cab.
Oh, girls, don't forget to pick me up one of those hats with ears.
We won't forget, Rose.
Oh, it's not for me. It's for one of the girls in my Sunshine Cadet troop.
Yeah, we know, Rose.
I mean, I'm too old for that silly stuff. But the girls love it.
Right, Rose.
You got sidetracked. Look.
This is what you've been doing for the past 45 minutes.
Isn't he cute? I call him Scotty.
Now you can call him garbage.
Sophia, why are you up?
Same reason you're up.
You're filled with anxiety?
I'm old.
I'm not old.
Oh, forgive me. I'm supposed to support your vain, narcissistic fantasy that you're still in. And I bet you liked showing it to him.
Well, we have a place. Now all we need is a caterer.
I have one dropping by this afternoon.
Blanche, did you hire the band?
Rose is supposed to do that.
Well, I warn you, we may end up with a Hans Geflugenhaben yodeling quartet.
That's not true.
It's beautiful. And it's for you, Dorothy, and it's for keeps. I am through with the single life, the ski bunnies, the bar scene.
The puka shells. Oh, Stanley, please say the puka shells.
Boy, you're not leaving me a whole lot of personality room, are you? All right, the puka shells.
I put my head between my knees.
No, that's for nausea.
When I'm scared, I'm nauseous. You remember what happened when that man tried to steal my purse?
Worked better than Mace. Honey, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
Well, anyway, all the same, I better get busy writing down my act.
They broke up. But the Sonia von Kugel Tuba Band is free.
Hi, I'm Jake Smallens from VIP Catering.
Hello, I'm Rose Nyland from St. Olaf, Minnesota. These are my friends. This is Dorothy, and this is
Blanche. Blanche Devereaux. Just plain little practical joke.
What kind of a person plays a joke like that? If you want to play a joke, you ring somebody's doorbell and run away. But you're short in the leg on somebody's walker, so it wobbles. Or you arrange for somebody to go on a long car trip with Rose.
Which is being chaired this year by 35-year-old Blanche Devereaux. How much did that cost you?
I don't have to pay for my compliments.
You went to bed with him.
I would sit and feel sorry for myself, which is what I did all the time.
But you got better.
Yeah, because she stopped coddling me. She screamed, she hollered day and night. She made me do my therapy. She forced me to rebuild my life because she knew I could. And for that, I'll always be grateful.
Oh, thanks, Ma.
I only have one question.
Let's drive to Disney World and ride the teacups.
Oh, too wild, Rose.
Hey, I know a bar over in Cocoa Beach where you can pick up over-the-hill astronauts.
Or there's some rocky road in the...
Not going.
What do I have to celebrate? That I have a miserable marriage and I'm leaving my husband?
You and Pop had a fight.
You love to show off that college education, don't you?
Okay, why are you mad at Pop?
Because your father is a miserable, no good, insensitive bum.
I heard that!
Okay, in this formation, you're lined up in a wishbone with the U back in motion. Any questions so far?
I've got a question, Coach Rose. Am I an X or an O?
You're an O, Freddie.
I just had an idea. Little Slice of Sicily's a family restaurant, and a mother-daughter commercial would be great. How'd you like to be in it?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to check my schedule. You see, I'm a substitute teacher.
Please, so someone else sets up the driver's ed cones.
All right, Ma.
So tell me, Sam, what's new?
So anyway, Lars froze solid right in the middle of the lake. And the town fathers mistook him for Max Brinker, the inventor of Herring Krispies. Which, by the way, go great with borscht.
Wonders with Stan. You know, he's gotten him to transfer his love for me to a fake monkey.
What are you talking about?
Well, it really is very simple. You see, studies show that when baby monkeys are taken away from their mothers, they can transfer their love.
Liked you. He'd hang around here all the time. He's a yacht. Who needs him around here?
Dorothy!
Oh, thank God you came when you did. I thought she was going to strangle me.
I take it you weren't able to...
We'll figure something.
Kind enough and caring enough to give him a second glance. He's not good enough for you.
Do you hear what you're saying? You're doing it again. Why don't you say what you really mean? That he's not good enough for you. And neither am I, never have been. No, I wish I never come here.
Rebecca Sue.
Let's go, Jeremy.
Finally.
Rebecca.
Came on the screen. I stood up and yelled, "My God, that's my father! That's him!"
Rose, honey, you don't still actually believe that.
I've always given you my love and respect. If you can't give a little of that back, you're no longer a part of our family.
Dorothy, I'm telling you, we're doing great. The song will be fine. All we...
Hi, Ma.
My God, did you bust out? Don't worry. I know what to do. We'll get your phony license and birth certificate. I know a good plastic surgeon. By tomorrow morning, you can be Raul Julia.
No, I didn't bust out. The exterminator came this morning, and the building inspector said we could leave. So, come on, we're sorry. We're listening now. You have our complete attention.
All right. I went to see Dean Tucker today.
So, big talker. Did you get your mitts on any tickets yet?
As a matter of fact, I did. 3 tickets, rear orchestra.
3 tickets, third...
Dorothy, what are you doing?
Watching Amazing Discoveries. Look at that. The thing just shucks the corn off the cob. Just shucks it off.
I cannot run softly.
Morning, everyone.
Open that. Rose Nyland?
Yes?
Wow.
I'm Olga Nordstrom from...
Oh, that sounds so hard. Thank God I was pretty.
Dorothy, I'm sorry I won't be able to quiz you. Jake and I are due at the Hubbards, but I have a book here that should help you prepare for your Jeopardy tryout.
The St. Olaf High School yearbook? No. Thanks anyway.
That man in your suitcase? Right. Picture it. New York City, 1956. I was a young widow returning to Sicily. There I was on the boat alone, watching Lady Liberty grow smaller in the distance, when suddenly I heard a voice from the vicinity of my knees.
Blanche, what happened with Jerry?
He said he wants... Wait in the kitchen with the kid.
Oh, I'll get it.
Freeze! Don't go near that door. Give me that thing. Hello, Frank, darling. How do I look?
It's all wrong, Blanche. The baby doesn't...
It was in the shower. Sophia, hey, where have you been? I thought you were taking a nap.
I went to the video store.
Ma, I told you I'd go.
Forget it. The last time you brought back 7 brides for 7 brothers. You know how disappointed I was to
I already lost 1 pound.
in your dreams.
I'm talking about Rose. She has to find a job. She's been out of work for over a week.
I am really sorry about this, girls. It won't happen again. Now, come on, we can all go back.
No. Wait, Rose, sit down. Move over. Move over. Now, listen. I mean, girls, come on. The Kimmel is a dying man. Do we really want to profit from his misfortune?
Yeah.
It would be immoral.
We'd hate ourselves.
What time's the auction?
8 o'clock.
We better get there by 6.
Oh, me too.
I am exhausted.
Oh, I just don't think I'd have the energy to raise any more children. Although I am still in my childbearing years.
Sure, Blanche. You and Imogene Coker.
Oh, my God, they're back.
Oh, now I know how the...
Found himself up a date for movie night. I just copied the letters and changed Dearest Harley to Dearest Blanche.
Well, you did make a small contribution, Merrill.
Oh, call me Moose. That's my nickname.
What a coincidence. That was Dorothy's nickname in elementary school. Remember Dorothy? I am. I'm fighting a losing battle. You're younger, you're prettier. In the end, he'll choose you and it'll break my heart. He's yours, Blanche. No hard feelings.
Oh, Sophia, wait. Why don't you take Fidel? I have all those other boyfriends.
Okay, good.
You come back now.
To tell you to open your heart and your pocketbook. Give the old lady money. Make it a 20.
I will, but there's something I have to know. How do you feel about the ring Miles gave me?
How do you think I feel?
You must be pretty upset about it to come back from the beyond.
Well, I'll always remember last night as a very special evening.
It was. It was a very special evening. And that's why I'm going to keep that deep, dark secret about yourself that you told me strictly between the two of us.
I'm Sonny Bono, you idiot!
Gee, I wonder how many maitre d's have heard that line.
Blanche, there's something I need to tell you. I've told a lie, and now I have a guilty conscience.
Town.
Do you think we'll have time after dinner?
Well, Zippertown is always open. I'm sorry, that was mine. Just now, I swear. Good night, Rose.
Good old Mel, the only person I can always count on. Dear Blanche, when I heard of your death, it made me realize you don't know what you have till you've lost it. So I'm back with my ex-wife, Love Mel.
to be able to walk in October.
So, where are you going?
Out with a friend from work. Is it the same friend you've been out with 5 times the last 3 weeks?
Yes.
All right, spill it. Who is he?
His name is Dr. Jonathan. Grasp the valve tightly with your hand.
Okay.
Turn it clockwise until...
Million stars up in the sky. And I got to spend it all with my friends. Well, good night.
Boy, whatever happened up in that room sure did her a world of good.
Excuse me?
No, it's just that I've never seen her like this. She must have had a really great experience.
Oh, Blanche, why not? It's all over between us. He'll know that tonight.
It's impossible. I feel like a
A backstabbing slut?
No.
Then please.
I just feel like such a fool. I would give up everything that I ever thought meant anything to me if I could have one moment with you. I don't know if love can help us.
Let me refresh your memory.
Hey, we have the suntan lotion, chapstick, and half a dozen cheap, tawdry romance novels.
Well, then we're all set. We have everything we need for the cruise.
Girls, listen, maybe we don't have everything we need.
But what are we missing?
Well, we are going away for a romantic weekend to the Bahamas with Jeff and Rich and Randy in this...
And that must be my socks and underwear coming back from the laundry. That is one of the biggest drawbacks of being without a wife. Chrissy.
Chrissy?
I had to talk to you, Big Stan. Why didn't you return my phone calls?
There's nothing to talk about, Chrissy.
Big Stan?
Pedicure. Well, I'm 80-something, and I've seen more death and dying than any of you. Over the past 5 months, we've seen a perfectly healthy, energetic woman waste away. She can't do anything anymore. So what difference does it make that they don't have a name for it yet? It's still something. There were lots of diseases they didn't have a name for.
Infections. From now on, it's strictly physical.
Well, I've never been fond of Rocco, but it's obvious that he really cares about my mother.
I like you very much, Rose. You know, you're very special. I'm just lucky to be smart enough to see it. You know, life's a ballroom.
County knew was actually a social disease.
Congratulations, Rose, a new record. And you've done it without needing penicillin.
Now, Rose knows I don't mean anything, don't you, honey? We all have our dry spells.
You can borrow the earrings, Blanche. I'm not going anywhere tonight. In fact, why don't you just hang on? It's one thing to do. I guess I'll just have to move out.
Hey, I got a letter from Gina Marie Donatelli.
Oh, I feel awful. Just awful. How could I have been so stupid?
No, it's okay.
I missed the family angle. He's your uncle. Niece makes uncle live in Roach Motel. Well, fine. Then if you're not going to go, I'm going to stay home, too.
How come?
Well, I've seen you at those meetings, Dorothy. You tried to change, but you couldn't. If I keep going there, I'm going to drive you crazy.
Well, Rose, I don't want you to stop doing something you believe.
Dorothy, do you want her to go?
Well, of course not. It's breaking my heart.
Well, then I, for one, I'm not going to let her go without a fight.
Me neither. Sophia's like a mother to us all. It just wouldn't be the same without her.
But if she wants to live with Gloria, she has every right to do it, and we have no right to make her feel guilty about it.
Your worst feature. But competitive is right up there.
Do you believe that?
No, I always thought your bony feet were your worst feature. Nighty-night.
Wait a minute. You haven't told me about the double date.
It was a complete disaster.
Oh, you mean Rose and her guy didn't hit it off?
Oh, no, they got...
I have to let it out. I'd like to teach the world to sing perfect harmony. I'd like
to hold it in our arms and keep it company. Hey, ladies, how about a Mai Tai?
Oh, where have you been?
You remember when Rose said...
Excuse me. Are we back to real life, or are the two of you performing a scene from Golden Boy?
Ladies, I've spent years working with this boy, watching him turn into a masterful musician. You yourselves have heard how he makes the violin sing. But his fate is in your hands. Please don't make him step into that ring tomorrow.
At 10 o'clock.
I don't know what you just did, but you'd make one hell of a yodeler.
Blanche, Rose? Oh, hello.
Dorothy, I'm glad you're here. There's something I want to ask.
Something disgusting and unattractive about me?
Yes.
Now, you cut it out, you old worm woman.
What's wrong, Blanche?
I'm in love, that's what's wrong. I am desperately, completely, helplessly in love.
Take a blood test for her marriage. We find out it is not possible she is related to us. The hospital, there must have been some mix-up.
You mean they switched the babies?
Oh, but this is ridiculous.
Absolutely. We can prove it. Dorothy, show him your driver's license.
From now on, when my name appears in print, it better read Blanche Devereaux, comma, 39.
Well, she has a lot of nerve showing up here tonight.
Let's try to be polite, Rose.
Hi, Blanche.
Just wild and crazy and impetuous.
No, I'm from St. Olaf. We're forced to sign a pledge when we're 15 that we won't do any of those things. It keeps people from painting their houses silly colors. I just don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to sleep on it.
Sleep just doesn't belong with certain people. He's a blue jeans kind of guy. This is a black tie affair. We wouldn't have any fun.
Blanche, sometimes you act just like a woman I knew in St. Olaf.
Please, no one say what woman.
Blanche, Jake is crazy about you. You'll break his heart. What happened? The rabbit died laughing? What do you need the money for?
They're having a special at Shoppers Warehouse. It's something I really need.
What?
Tube socks.
I've been to the airline office changing our tickets. We're leaving this afternoon. Where's Charlie?
On the lanai. My mother is trying to help her put Barbie's hair back on with Polygrip.
Oh, Kirsten, you're back. I want to talk to you.
Not now, Mother. I promised Charlie I'd take her to lunch, and then we have to...
Marinara and Louise Polito's chicken cacciatore.
Louise Polito, isn't she the one who brags about being Al Capone's piano teacher?
True, 103 years old. Anyway, the judges voted. It was a flat-footed tie. That's when I went into sudden death.
And?
I just told you, it was sudden death.
Oh, Michael gave me that. Let's go. I can't believe it. A grandchild.
Little Roger.
Roger? What do you want him to be, a choreographer? It's Lamar.
The typical teenage things. When we'd go to a drive-in movie, he'd hide me in the trunk so we only had to pay admission for one. And after the movie, he'd drive me home, let me out of the trunk and tell me all about it. But I was looking for someone more exciting.
You always could slam a door. That's one of the things I love about you.
You flatter me.
Wait, Dorothy. I have to talk to you.
This wouldn't happen to be an apology for ruining our wedding, would it?
No, just something I thought I should tell you in person. Remember my Uncle Morris?
Boy, you writers never stop using your imagination. Well, goodbye.
Where are you going?
It's Saturday night. I'm all dressed up. There's a car honking for me. Think, Dorothy. Remember something called a date?
Yvonne, we are desperate women. You've got to help us.
I know just what you need. Aerobics. It's what I do.
But Yvonne, you're much younger than they are.
I know you'll love aerobics. It stretches every muscle in your body.
Honey, I've been...
Like the night hostess at Denny's.
Actually, we're divorced.
Oh, I'm terribly, terribly sorry. Love your shirt.
Nice, wonderful.
Yeah, so sit down and have a glass of juice with me.
Okay, I will. Ma, you wouldn't be playing a joke on me with this glass, would you?
Of course not.
Of course not. Because, you know, I know how much fun you have playing practical jokes on people.
Dorothy, I told you it's over. Okay. Drink your juice.
Okay, Ma, I will. Wait, Ma...
Ooh, that smells great. She probably defrosted something I already cooked.
Yeah, I did. But I had to throw it out. It smelled like it had gone bad. It's probably no good to begin with. After all, you cooked it.
That does it!
Ma got something caught in her throat.
For that handsome guy in the red Corvette that I cut off on Highway 12 yesterday, well, you can call my personal number, which is flashing on your screen now. I'll get it. Your buyer's market, was it?
Not $2 million. It was lira. With the exchange rate, it came to about $47. But the check bounced anyway.
That is terrible.
I know. I told Sal, get cash.
It's terrible.